For me with the Candace Owens situation, I feel like she's really invested. I feel like Charlie might have cracked back in the day, but I do understand that is something going on there. I do understand that there's more to the situation, especially when you look at that plant in Tennessee that exploded. That plant in Tennessee, because I covered that
Oh,
Tennessee
bruh, I
explosion.
think that's what cracked the show. Like, come on, young. I was a little on. I was like, okay, the Pennsylvania shooting with the assassination attempt. I was like, he ain't had no internet history. 20 years old in America. I was on a whole nother conspiracy like that. They must have had this time on some what's that paycheck shit? Say the word and deactivate it, right? But that was a lie too. And then I find out that the dude, the sole person to get killed at that event was connected to all this other shit that comes back and get connected to the. Yeah, come on, bro. They trying with this, man. And I personally, I don't like being played with on an intellectual level. Not even by 3 years.
Nah, most definitely. I don't need that. I don't need this. So shit. How do you feel? You say you between New York and Jersey. How you feel about Mom Donnie?
Uh, I got put in the jump in the chat, man. He had me once. He was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna go to Israel for. I'm over here. Well, I'm going over there." He had me from that moment, and I'm not a voter. I'm just saying I pay attention to politics as much as possible. Like, man, yeah, he had me from that. And like I said, he paid me to shovel. I got my
Oh,
room
you
back there,
actually got paid to
$1,000.
shovel. I thought they had held up the money. Last I heard, they had held up the
They not
money.
hold my money up. I'm just speaking for me. And like I said, that shit came quicker than I thought. I thought it was gonna be like a whole 8 week thing. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, they came through. That money,
Okay, how
that's
long
all I
did it
can give
take
them
you to
when you
get
making people
paid?
mad. It was, I would say, maybe 6, maybe the average check behind. You know what I'm saying? When you get a job and you're a week back or you were paid a period behind,
Uh
about
huh. A
that
week
much.
in the hole is what we call it in the
Yeah,
country.
week in the hole. Yeah, week in the hole.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So did they pay you the 20 an hour? Was it 25? What was it?
So that shit was like 35, and then when you hit overtime, like I bullshitted on the first day, but the second day, like when he was having it, bullshitted on the first day. Went and got the job the second day. Had I completed some overtime, that's when the shit bumped up to like $45
Oh,
after
so
your
how
8
many
to 10
hours was
hours.
you out there to get the overtime?
All right, so it started off like, yeah, we gonna you motherfuckers gonna shovel, we gonna get you out here to shovel. And we imagined as we be doing that it was gonna be like this because there was a lot of snow. But yeah, nah, it start becoming an 8 hour a day thing real quick, right? But it don't last it for maybe 2, 3 weeks. So I'm talking about just standing here watching you drive past and throw snow in the street when you pass me. And I could do that for 8 hours. For 20 years in prison, I push a broom, go anywhere, make day out that shit. So,
All right. I was gonna ask how you feel about the new powers that Trump has been granted. He got the power to fire anybody in the executive branch and the FTC.
and he brought this power of like this is this. I've been starting to look at things in a longer con sense, right? Like the things that's happening, the powers he's being granted, the laws being shut down, like he stopped playing putting these things in place personally way back when his first show, probably before that at the little Epstein party. But it ain't even about him or any of them other ones because we know that they not the ones really running shit. They giving him he got these powers. He's going to do some ill shit with them. What we gonna do about them? I'm saying like at this point, man, as a country, I want you like everything's cyclical. Life, time, cyclical, Joe. Every 20 years they come back out with the same style. We at that point in time now that Germany might have been in maybe what, 5 years before the polling thing. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I got
I
a
think
prediction for you, not to get off topic, but I got a hot take for
go
you.
for it.
LeBron just came out and said he finna move cities, right? So my prediction is LeBron went to a Catholic high school. He still says that he's Christian. I'm saying that I'm believing that he'll probably be a Catholic. So with the
You know what?
with Pope Leo naming this the year of the Jubilee, Pope Leo named this, not Pope Leo, what's his name? Is it Pope Leo? Yeah, from Chicago. He named this the
Yeah, the
year
one
of the
that's in
Jubilee,
Atlanta.
right? So I'm predicting LeBron going back to Cleveland because in the Jubilee year, everybody's supposed to return home, back to their homelands, return back to the faith. That's why you see J.D. Vance pushing this book, Returning Back to My Faith. He's also a Catholic. He's
Mm,
pushing that same Jubilee
mm,
narrative. So I think LeBron
mm.
is finna go back to Cleveland to end his career. That's my prediction.
And just leave his son in LA.
Yeah,
So like to
he
leave his
already
legacy.
said he leaving his son. He told the LA to explore different options. His son contract just became fully guaranteed today.
Like, bro, I am a football fan, go Redskins, like I just said. Um, but just what you dropped, the whole connection of the Catholicism in it, man. I'm gonna give you all proper if you go back to Cleveland, Joe.
Man.
Like all proper.
Yeah, call
I'm
back
fucking
in.
with your
Once you
channel,
see it,
man, for
call
real.
back in.
Hell yeah, I'm definitely gonna remember that shit.
All right now,
I
man.
did
I appreciate you for calling in.
Hey man, first time I done some shit like this. I appreciate you giving me the time. And
Hey man, you always welcome on the show. Have a good night.
you got that. You too. Peace.
All right, Chad, we got the phone lines back open. If anybody wants to call in, get their thoughts and opinions on birthright citizenship, anchor babies, the Haitian Syrian TPS, or anything else, now is the time to call in. I know we kind of got sidetracked. I just wanted to throw that prediction out there because I do these breakdowns, especially when it comes to Jubilee and how it's the overarching
Dorsey.
narrative of this year.
To accept, press 1. To send.
What's going on, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Dorsey. I'm calling from Los Angeles.
What's up, Dorsey?
What's going on, Plug? You sound like you got a little sleep tonight, huh?
Man, I'm all
What's
right.
wrong?
I'm all right.
Okay. Well, I think they should have cut off the program. I mean, everybody who fell under the wire, hey, you got that free one. But from this point on, no more freebies, no more anchor babies.
No more anchor babies. That's your stance. So do you think
Yeah,
Congress is gonna make that change?
yeah, Congress is gonna have to because they've been saying for decades that they needed to address the immigration discrepancies and
So
so
right
forth.
now it's a simple majority. You think they get the super majority to push that through?
If that's a priority, if they really want to go ahead and deal with it. But usually like they do, they delay it and kick it down the road, and then when a new president come in,
Also, they'll have to get
so
it. I believe the ratification has to go to the state legislature. So typically they'll give like 7 years for the states to come up with their decision. So we know a lot of these Democratic states or states that oppose the changes, they'll hold out the entire 7 years before they give their decision.
yeah. But see, that whole thing is, regardless, it's gonna happen. And then since Trump got his Supreme Court nominees who's gonna be in there for decades more, then there's a strong chance that maybe we'll have some changes to that policy. I mean, understand this. Everybody has a fair chance to become American, but you have to do it the right way. We've been looking the other way. It's kind of like if you was the usher at a movie theater, right? And your buddies come in every now and then, and you be like, all right, you let a few of your friends and you look the other way. But now the whole damn high school is coming in there trying to snoop through the back door.
All right, Chad,
You
we
know
need to
what I'm
get,
saying?
hold on, Dorsey. We need to get the likes up. I am dual streaming right now. on 2 different live streams, both on this channel. I need everybody to hit the like button to get the likes up in here. If you agree with the Supreme Court's decision today, press 4. If you disagree with the Supreme Court's decision today, press 5. Let's see how the chat is feeling about it. So what about the TPS, Dorsey? I haven't spoke with you about the TPS. How do you feel about the Haitians having to return home and the Syrians having to return home? I'm telling you guys that all of this has an overarching Jubilee narrative. Everybody's going home. It was the Latino community with mass deportations, the Venezuelans and all of them, the Mexicans. Now you got TPS in there for the Haitians and the Syrians. You got Iran getting sanctions relief. All debt shall be cleared. You got a lot of things going on right now with this Jubilee narrative.
Well, dealing with the first one, with the Haitians, first of all, that earthquake was way back during Bill Clinton's time, okay? And regardless of whether they said the Clintons stole the money or whatever, or Oprah didn't send enough money, hey, that ain't got nothing to do with it. It was over 30 years that y'all been here, and that gave y'all plenty of time to either go back home with the money and resources and rebuild, or apply for your American citizenship. If you didn't apply for your citizenship and get your green card after 30 years, whose fault is that? Can't sit up here,
I can't say that you're wrong, Dorsey. I believe it's a situation where they thought the party would never end, and they didn't take care of business, procrastinated, and it's an unfortunate situation. But I'm not about to go out there and hold no sign.
Yeah, I mean, who fault is that for being trifling? Ain't that what your grandparents always told you? Huh? Dot your I's, cross your T's, huh? And then when dumb stuff come and boomerang on you, they said you was trifling. You weren't handling your business.
So
Now,
XX says Haiti isn't a safe place, in my opinion. So the way that this administration is looking at it, Stephen Miller specifically is saying that level 4 travel advisory is only for Americans. He's saying that Haiti is safe for Haitians. Dorsey, let me get the next caller in here, man. I'm gonna hit you back later on.
Figueroa and Exposition ain't safe, but it's part of America.
All right, now.
Take y'all ass back home. Clean up your neighborhood.
All right, Dorsey, I'll call you back. I'll call you back.
All right, then.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
What's your name, caller? Where you calling from?
Nick, Louisiana.
What's going on, Louisiana? How you feeling about this Supreme Court ruling on birthright citizenship?
That's what they needed to rule. And it's like, it's one of these deals where they've been lying, at every chance that they can. And so really what protects birthright citizenship is in the Declaration of Independence. And so they started out by just going, we're not really that serious about independence, and we're going to keep doing all these various things, and that's really the issue, and that's how we get to where we are.
So
today.
break that down. What does
7 steps.
break it down? The Declaration of Independence, because I'm trying to follow you, but the chat needs to follow you as well. So
yeah. So it's the freedom from alienation, right? It's the enshrinement. That's what they call life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. It's called the enshrinement. And what that is alienation is the concept that through sovereignty, they can say life is, and then make it a complete sentence, or they can define it, in a dictionary or something. Well, they can't do that with life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and it says, it says among them. So then there's an unnamed list of rights that you could argue. That's where Jews solely, like the birthright citizenship from the land that you're born on, is under pursuit of happiness. And so law comes out of the pursuit of happiness. It don't come out of liberty or life. And so that's what this is about. Everything that they're doing right now is all about getting rid of all this shit. Now, I don't know what people's opinion on that is, but I just know that they're trying to downgrade everything and trying to take everything back.
Yeah, so I'll give you my thoughts and opinions. Specifically, not on the overarching issue of everything that's going on, but on this birthright citizenship specifically. Um, I don't think I don't think that we should just allow anybody to come in, drop a baby, and they gain citizenship. I believe that's dangerous. But at the same time, it's not like I'm gonna go out here and just be one of those people like, go home, Roger, go home, Roger. And when it comes to the TPS situation, uh, like the last caller stated, they had, a lot of years to get what they needed to get done. Again, I'm not just gonna kick them while they're down and say, go home, get the fuck out, like Megan Kelly did, but I'm also not gonna hold up a sign, trying to help them stay. It's really not my fight. I'm gonna sit this one out. And my reasoning is that a lot of these cultures don't even accept black Americans until it's time for everybody to be black. Everybody wants to differentiate themselves from black Americans until it's time for everybody to be black.
Yeah, I understand that. That's why I'm sort of reserved about it, because the way I see it is that there's at least three, like, Mexicans, black people, and Native Americans. And there's a lot of what I believe in, there's no way to tell people. It's like, you tell people what it is, and that's not what it is. That's just, but that's why they're doing it. I'm saying they're doing it about the fundamental basis of changing the law. The issue is that if you're a citizen when you're born there, that is detained with the basic identity of what our laws are, and that's why they're trying to change it. That's the only thing I know.
Okay.
So I agree with the ability to do it. I don't agree with the ability of doing it, with malice, but I feel like that in the law, that's a separate issue. If they're doing it with malice, then they're going to get caught up. If we're doing everything right, we're saying, yeah, do whatever you want. Because crossing the border ain't supposed to be a crime, flat out. It ain't supposed to be a crime. That's the third article of the Constitution. It's a danger of treason to cross the border. So the border is a doctrine which ain't supposed to have any life. It ain't supposed to have corruption of blood after you cross it. They're not supposed to be able to get warrants and arrest you for it. It's not supposed to have corruption of blood. And so, but they do. I'm not saying they don't do this. I'm saying they are breaking the law because they want to go back to the empires and shit, because they didn't do Reconstruction. They did indoctrination, after the Civil War.
So how do you feel about Trump's power being extended to where he can hire and fire anybody he wants, I believe, over the executive branch and the FTC? How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, in the same way that these are all subliminal lies that they're spreading, and they wouldn't be doing any of this because they're too stupid. The only reason they're doing this is for some alternate objective.
Correct. I believe he brought in that whole cabinet. To push an objective. We did, during the campaign, a lot of people were coming in like, Plug, you got to be wary, Project 2025. Just to be transparent with you, I didn't vote in the last election. The chat was kind of with me through it all. Like, I got my rights restored. So these midterms will be the first time I voted in, damn, bro, since Obama's second term.
But what I'm saying is that they, with that's right to work state. You ever heard of right to work state?
Correct, yes.
So they're on the back end of it because they talk themselves in a circle. In a right to work state, you can pay a what they're calling illegal immigrants, which ain't a vocabulary term in law. But they're talking about paying undocumented migrants cash across under the table, and that being against the law. Well, in a right-to-work state, that can't be against the law. Well, the other end of it is this bullshit, where they're saying that an executive order has legislative power to seize somebody, which is firing somebody. An executive order doesn't have legislative power to fire somebody. But as soon as they say it doesn't have legislative power to seize somebody's job, because seizure is a legislative power. So as soon as they say that it is that, then they cannot say, and they're just doing this in a stupid ass triangle. And I'm saying they're doing this to get rid of the Constitution. That's what they're doing. But,
Correct. And it takes you saying that takes me back to when on the campaign trail Trump dropped the Trump Bibles, and he had a lot of the Constitution changed or just not there at all.
yeah. Yeah. It's like 5 pages long, and anybody can get it wrong, but it's only 5 pages, or whatever, and they can't say any of it. That's really all I got to say,
All right, man.
Every answer is going to come up like that. They have lied so much. They cannot get up in public and just say what the law is. They got to say some other shit, no matter what it is.
Correct. I like that some guys, they put together a database of every law that's in America, I believe on the county level, the state level, and they have a database. They've already dropped I believe 70% of it, but they're about to do another round where they have 100% of where the population is all the way down to a county law level inside of a single database. And they have overarching data to see how often this law is enforced and at what rate is it enforced, and so I believe once that becomes a lot more mainstream, we'll get a lot more data, and a lot of these places will tighten up because it'll be publicly available.
Yeah, I understand that. It's good that you got your rights restored to vote, man. That's great.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely glad about that as well. I got my gun rights back, my voter rights back, everything. So it's a good feeling.
That's really all I have to say about those things, man.
All right, man.
Come
I
on.
appreciate you for calling in from Louisiana, man. We do go live every single night at 10 p.m. Central Time. I hope to hear from you again someday.
All right, thanks for having me, man.
All right. All right, chat, we do got the phone lines open. We are now taking calls. I need everyone to hit the like button. We don't have enough likes in here on this stream. Miss V, Miss Bones, I see you in the other stream, but everybody's in the other chat. Most people are in the other chat right now, Miss VR. We got 2 different live streams going on the same channel. But we do have the phone lines open. Everyone double tap their screen, shut a live out. Yeah, I want to know. I want to hear from y'all. He said that the courts made the right decision. Illegal immigrants is not a term in law. Dorsey had a different opinion. Dorsey said that they made the wrong call and there should be no anchor babies. There should be no anchor babies. I seen a lot of y'all calling Trump an anchor baby. Trump's not really an anchor baby. I believe he was a citizen already. His pops was they was already over here. Nobody wants to call in. Now, Trump children can't lose their citizenship because Trump was a citizen. So as long as one parent is a citizen, then the child is a citizen. So Trump can't lose, Trump's kids can't lose their citizenship because he was a citizen. But yeah, chat. What's up, Abba? Y'all double tap that screen, shut a live out, man. I'm finna end this OBS live. I'm finna end the live over there on OBS. Hold on. Let me end this live right here. Boom. Alright, that live's over. If nobody's gonna call in, then shit. I don't know what to say. But yeah, that Jubilee narrative is running hard right now. Like I said, with everything that's going on right now, with the birthright citizenship, with the TPS, with Iran getting sanctions relief. I do believe LeBron is gonna go back to Cleveland. So I don't know, man. JD Vance's book. You eating ice cream, your stomach gonna be toe cat raggedy, Travis. Your stomach is gonna be terrible. Now they say LeBron's either going to Golden State, Miami, or Cleveland. The reason I say Cleveland is because it's the Jubilee year. LeBron went to a Catholic high school. I think he's gonna end his career in Cleveland, man. Full circle. I think he's gonna end his career in Cleveland. He gonna go full circle. I'll read it to y'all right here. Boom. A Jubilee in the Catholic Church is a special holy year for forgiveness, renewal, reconciliation, rooted in biblical tradition and celebrated through pilgrimages, sacraments, and acts of mercy. So, boom. Where every 50th year is designated as the year of liberation, debt forgiveness, and restoration of property. Alright, so boom. Jubilee. Return. The Jubilee year is a sacred time rooted in the Old Testament, Leviticus 25, when every 50 years Israelites were instructed to proclaim liberty, forgive debts, free captives, and return to their land and families. This ancient tradition symbolizes rest, restoration, and belonging. So that's why I'm telling y'all. Return to the land and families. And it also says it's a spiritual restoration too. So Jubilee is not just about a physical return, but also about a spiritual and relational restoration. Coming back to the love and mercy of God, to one's community, and to the rhythm of life that nurtures the soul. That's why J.D. Vance named his book Returning to Faith. What is J.D. Vance's book name? Now let's pull up J.D. Vance's book. J.D. Vance, new book. J.D. Vance new book, Communion, Finding My Way Back to Faith. J.D. Vance, Catholic. Let me say, is J.D. Vance Catholic? Yes, J.D. Vance is a Roman Catholic. That's what I'm telling y'all. He's a Catholic. That's why he named his book Returning to Faith. That's why he dropped the book in the Jubilee year. And I'm using that same logic to say that LeBron went to the Catholic high school. He says he's Christian, so he's probably Catholic. He's going to go back to Cleveland to retire. Yes. What's up, Scrooge? Now you get into the forgiveness of debts. Now, when we're talking about Iran getting the reconstruction fund, that's actually the money that they were owed. That's the money that they put in back however many years ago, and it's been accruing interest over all of these time. So the money that they initially put in plus the interest would be that fund, is what they're saying. That is debt forgiveness. We're giving them the money back that gained interest over time that we had. Debt forgiveness. It's crazy. Thanks, Pamela. free captives. I don't know where any captives are being freed. Do y'all know where any captives are being freed right now? I don't know of any captives being free. Oh, fuck, free Iran. That's what it is, free captives. That was the whole reason, one of the things they were talking about when we went into the war with Iran. Liberate Iran, set Iran free. Iran needs to be free. Amber, you know about that. You used to come in here and say that all the time. Make Iran great again. So that goes into the Jubilee narrative as well. Um, yeah, I just don't know where any captives are being freed. So last year was a Jubilee year and this year is a Jubilee year. That's what I'm saying. Like, how are they just, if the Jubilee's supposed to be like 25, 50 years, how the hell are they making every year a Jubilee year? How the hell did Pope Francis, who was it last year? Yeah, Pope Francis made 2025 a Jubilee year. I believe, man, how are they making all of these years Jubilee years?
Call from
Hold on, Dorsey. I'm looking up some shit right now. Hold on.
Okay.
The year of the Jubilee did not occur every year. So how the hell, it was just the Jubilee year in 2022 when Queen Elizabeth died. Pope Francis had Jubilee in 2025. Now we got Pope Leo saying it's Jubilee in 2026. What the hell is going on? Go ahead, Dorsey.
Oh, okay. So you getting into the spiritual thing with the church, or are we? What topic we dealing with?
I mean,
I like to jump.
I was just talking about Jubilee and how it's the overarching theme over a lot of the shit that's going on now. I talked about what goes on in Jubilee. I talked about how Iran is getting a reconstruction fee, which is the money that they put in oh so long ago, and all of the interest that has occurred. I talked about J.D. Vance being Catholic, a Roman Catholic, so they believe in the Jubilee, and he just named his book the communion, returning to my return to faith. That goes into the Jubilee. You're supposed to return to your homeland, not just in the physical, but in the spiritual as well. Get back to your faith. That's why it's a lot going on. That's what I was speaking about.
Oh, so they are going back to their faith. First of all, they devil worshipers. Ain't nobody, they ain't fooling no damn body. You talk about, okay, so let's talk about the Roman Catholic Church if you would like. You would like to know the origins of the Roman Catholic Church?
Not really. I was just talking about Jubilee, but I mean, go ahead.
I mean, everybody likes to put their little voodoo on everything. You know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is that when the church first started, it did start off as the people in the community. That's why, they have communion. That means community and so forth. And you were supposed to say also in the guiding book was this Bible. So, first of all, it said, don't call no man father. But, how can you call somebody Father Mike if the Bible say, don't call him father? I mean, it's full of contradiction that man imposed on that, because the Bible is supposed to be the guidance. They have all kind of Leviticus, and then they even have guidelines in Thessalonians and all that. So, I mean, the corruption, the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church was the one who invested in slavery of the African people. And then let's talk about the genocide that they committed on the Aboriginal people, not only in North America, South America, Central America, Australia, I think some places in England, Japan, and China. So
this is what it is. They say the Jubilee cannot be every year. I see that it can't be every year. There wasn't a Jubilee in 2023. It's like they skipped a year, like a leap year. So in 2024, it says Pope Francis proclaimed May 9, 2024 through the papal bull.
The papal. The
Well,
papal
yeah, the
bull.
papal bull. Boom. So yeah, here you go. Jubilee ran from December 24th through January 2026. But
So you
then,
know why they
but
call it?
after January 2026, you had Pope Leo come in and make 2026 a Jubilee year as well.
Right. But you know why they call it the papal bull, right?
It says, hope does not disappoint.
Yeah, but it's called the papal bull. The papal bull, when they say papal bull, I mean he's trampling over the rules, over the guidelines of the church, and inserting his own opinion on what things should be like. You understand where I'm coming from?
Uh,
So, you know, when you're the leader of the church, you can declare anything. I mean, don't you sometimes wonder who was the first pope to say, hey, Christmas was a religious holiday in the Catholic Church? You know, there's always got to be somebody who breaks the ice. I mean, they allow homosexuality in the church, don't they? I see. So that's a far cry from what when I grew up 50 years ago. When I was coming up, man, they was talking about legalizing abortion in the Catholic Church, saying it wasn't a sin.
so we're in the Jubilee of St. Francis right now.
Okay, so St. Francis, who's from America, right?
2015, 2016 was a Jubilee, the extraordinary Jubilee of Mercy. And now we in the Jubilee of St. Francis. It marks the 800th year of since St. Francis.
Okay.
Or since somebody.
Whatever you
800th year since somebody.
Okay, so 800 years of raping children, huh?
Allegedly. I'm trying to keep this live up. I don't
I
know how
said
long.
raping. I ain't say nothing else. I'm just saying, you can say whatever you want out your mouth, but your action says otherwise. And that's where I draw the line. What you know, as far as what my religious beliefs, you know, if you're gonna talk the talk, walk the walk. If you ain't gonna, you know, everything else is hypocrisy. And we've known just recently that the church has decided to go ahead and shift its policies toward a more modern day thinking and so forth. Because you got to remember, this is the same Catholic Church that used to beat little Native American kids up in Canada and force them not to unlearn their native tongue, and tortured and did other things to them. So, I mean, let's keep it real. That wasn't even 50 years ago. So, you know, just because they say it's changed, don't mean it's changed. You know, just superficial changes. That don't mean nothing. Not to me. I mean, because who's to say what they, you know, now they talking about aliens.
It says this extraordinary Jubilee. So this is how the Jubilees go. You got biblical and religious origins. In the Hebrew Bible, the Jubilee was to occur every 50 years. You got the Catholic Church regular cycle, where they have Jubilees every 25 or 50 years. Then you got extraordinary Jubilees, where the Pope can declare extraordinary Jubilees when special circumstances call for a heightened focus on faith, mercy, or other themes. For example, Pope Francis proclaimed extraordinary Jubilee of Mercy in 2015. The next extraordinary Jubilee is now 2026 to 2027 to commemorate the 2000th anniversary of Jesus' death and resurrection.
I thought Jesus died when he was 31.
They saying that that's why he named it the Jubilee, Dorsey. I'm just telling you why
I
they
mean,
said
I'm
it's
just saying.
Jubilee.
Okay. No, I mean, to be honest with you, Plug, I believe in God. I believe in the Father, and I believe in the Bible. Other than that, any other organization, I really don't have no, I really don't have no faith in, because my faith is in God, and my faith is in my fellow man. Other than that, any organization, nah, I don't have no faith in them, because all they want is money, and they have the love of money, and the love of money is the root of all evil. You know what I'm saying? They don't do nothing for free no more. Am I right or wrong? Well, you know how I like to drag you into my room. But like I said, man, we dealing with, I mean, it is Donald Trump that pulled all kind of evil for the last 10 years, and the church really didn't say much against that. It is, they did all kind of atrocities all around the world. Israel did its atrocities. Ain't nobody said nothing about that. Ain't nobody did nothing. When North Korea invaded South Korea, the whole world jumped in to help save it. And yeah, because they talking about they wanted to save democracy. Well, Palestine had a democracy too. Didn't nobody want to save it.
So a lot of
Even
people
though
didn't. A lot of people let that go over, fly under the radar. Where Trump said that it's time to have some serious talks about North Korea and what that means. And a lot of people is like, oh, Trump's finna turn his eyes on North Korea. I believe that Trump's about to give North Korea nuclear recognition, because that's what Kim Jong-un has wanted for a long time. He still doesn't have nuclear recognition. I believe that's what Trump means by it's time to turn our eyes to North Korea. They're about to get recognized globally as a nuclear power.
so in other words, that legitimizes
Yes.
the Kim Jong's meaning that they can take all the sanctions off of them too.
I doubt that happens. I think they just want to be brought, because it's only a certain number of nuclear powers that are actually recognized. And North Korea has been claiming to have the nukes for a long time, and we've seen them test them, but on paper, officially, they're not recognized as a nuclear nation.
Yeah, well, if they go ahead and give them, so like I said, if you go ahead and legitimize them, then I mean that eventually they get the sanctions taken off of them, which I think they should give them people a chance for some prosperity and so forth. You know, if you starving to death, shit,
This
you
what it
just off
say.
at everybody.
North Korea cannot be recognized as a nuclear armed state under the International Non-Proliferation Treaty, and its denuclearization is a principle shared by all parties involved, including South Korea and the United States. Sal's foreign ministry said Wednesday. So that's why I believe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, Trump said, I believe it was at the G7, he was like, it's time to turn our eyes to North Korea. I believe he's going to try to give Kim Jong-un that nuclear recognition.
He probably is, because Trump died. Don't y'all see him falling apart?
Allegedly.
Oh, allegedly. Okay,
Yeah.
allegedly Trump is falling apart.
I'm just saying, if you can't prove it, it's allegedly.
Oh, okay. Well, allegedly, Trump has been, shitting on himself. Allegedly, Trump has been fainting and falling out. Allegedly, you see what I'm saying? Allegedly, when he was getting off the helicopter, he was shitting all over himself, and even the Marines didn't even
Now,
want to hang
Dorsey, I'm
around
going to
him.
ask you a serious
Allegedly.
question. Have you ever shit on
Go ahead.
yourself?
Let me see.
You a motherfucking lie. I done shit on myself before. Everybody in this chat that shit on themselves before, and they're a motherfucking lie if they say they haven't.
Check this out, man. I done had turtle But I ain't never shitted on myself.
Man, you
okay?
lying.
Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real, because you always, when you shit on yourself, you always check your drawers, right?
Why are you checking your drawers? That mean it was too close for comfort. You shit on yourself.
Because if it's a moist and meaty, you know, you be like, wait, hold up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
But to be the president, man, you could be wearing
Top Cat, you lying. Top Cat, you mean to tell
Hey,
me,
nigga.
hold on, Dorsey. Top Cat trying to tell me that he done made it 50 years in his life and he ain't never shit on himself. He ain't never had to rush home and barely made it. It's a shit or damn near didn't make it and had to get in a fucking tub. You lying, Top Cat. It's been too many days you done lived, bro. You done got hit with one
We
of
got
those, bro.
alleys in L.A., man. Shit. You got to take a bad one, man. You go in the alley and take a shit here and there,
Yeah, I
right?
ain't shitting in no alley, man.
Top Cat know what I'm talking about, nigga. When you gotta take a shit, nigga, before I shit on myself, I'm a shit in the alley. I don't care.
Hit
what
the like
fuck
button,
you
chat.
say.
All right, we ain't gonna go too far on that.
Okay,
Top
all
Cat
right,
just
well, back
lying.
to-
Top Cat in here lying, but it's all right. You was getting ready to lie, and Top Cat lying. This shit.
Hey, you don't know me.
I know men. Hell, I know men. Motherfucker done shit on themselves, boy. Sharded, something. Top Cat trying to say I ain't never shit on myself. Well, of course, Top Cat, you probably didn't take a full blown shit on yourself. But some doodoo hit them draws. And now quit lying. Some doodoo done hit them draws. You might not have took a grown man shit on yourself, but you done something that happened.
No comment. No comment. I need to see my attorney before I make a statement. Okay. But nah, man, I'm just being real.
And then you drink too, Top Cat. You be off the Jose Cuervo and shit. Yeah, nah, it ain't no way you doing all that good ass drinking, man. It ain't nothing happen. Nah. Go ahead, Dorsey.
Damn, Top Cat, man. I believe Top Cat, man. The man ain't never shitted on himself.
That shit don't even sound right. Go ahead, though, Dorsey. Let's change the subject, man.
So, like I'm saying, man, this is the best damn show on YouTube. Now, back to the subject. Like I said, man, as far with Trump, I think because he is now having a conscience, he knows that he's no longer, like, invincible, that he can be touched. I think that he's going to correct a lot. He's going to shock up a lot of people and try to do right. You know what I'm saying? I think because right now his ratings is what? The bottom of the barrel?
Man, I don't think he can.
As far as his popularity, and he's an egotistical type of person. So, you know, if he can't get no love from his people, he'll get love from his enemies. Am I right or wrong? Because him and Kim Jong-un, that was his boy, wasn't it?
You said how many packs of blunts do I smoke? I don't smoke blunts. I smoke papers, and I really only smoke at night. This is my second joint since I've been on live. It's probably like my maybe third joint today. But yeah, I mainly only smoke at night. Go ahead.
Well, I vape because it's a lot cheaper. So, I vape. But like I said, to be honest with you, with Trump is basically trying to appease whoever will give him the time of day. Because don't nobody want to... You saw how all the other nations at G7 pretty much turned their back on him, isolated him, right? And then with J.D. Vance, they really didn't take him too serious. So really, and then Mark Rubio, he don't really have no pull with nobody no more. So pretty much, United States. You know what? The United States is no longer the laughing stock. It's Donald Trump who is the laughing stock. Because what's happening is, with public opinion, when those when those people for the World Cup came over and visited the United States, well, they knew how the people felt about Donald Trump here. They knew they were not satisfied, so they can run back and tell their people like, oh no, the Americans ain't following Donald Trump. Donald Trump is just making up his own shit. And that's good for America, because at one point we was an isolationist type nation. And then we brought all these people over.
See,
and
this the
now
thing.
these people see, huh?
Miss Bones said that his wife doesn't like him. When you get whose wife does like them? Let's cut the shit. Now, how many people are in marriages right now, and their wife don't fucking like them? I mean, we act like like come on now. There are millions of people.
My wives don't like me no more, but they used to like me.
But at a certain point, y'all was still married, and they didn't like you, right?
I usually leave them before they leave me.
Were you still married when you left?
I was still married when I left.
Exactly. And did she like you when you left?
I don't know, because I didn't give a damn what she wanted.
You were in a marriage, and she didn't like your ass, just like millions of people are. Trump's not something special. Like, I mean, shit. He's Trump, but at the end of the day, it's a man and it's a marriage. A lot of people are in unhappy marriages right now. Shit. And then we're talking about politicians. Most of this shit is arranged marriages or proximity to power anyway. People sleeping their way up the ladder. Melania just so happens to be on the tallest ladder in the land right now. Politically.
Yeah, but Melania made her way through the Epstein.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, my bad. Allegedly through Epstein. So, you know, she was on some gold digging anyway. So it really didn't matter. She just wanted to be with an important rich man.
Oh, you talking about you talking about Italy's prime minister don't like her. My bad. I thought you was talking about his wife. She talking about Italy prime minister. Oh, nobody cares. She don't like her.
Yeah. At first she had some respect for Donald Trump, but then when she saw that, you know, he was only in it for himself, and then, you know, he put Italy in a tight bind. So yeah, she had to turn on him, because she was like, you know, you're a crazy old man. At first I thought you was somebody who knew what he was doing. And this Iran is.
Chad, why this camera make me look like I done gained some weight or something? Chad, this camera got me looking a little husky, don't it? Man, damn. Go ahead.
You get chubby, bro. Anyway, so this is going to be Trump's Waterloo, this Iran thing, because he told us that, you know, the war was over with, that there was no more conflict, and then each and every day he was telling us how peace, and there was going to be this and that, and then every other day.
Hold on, I got to address some shit, Dorsey. Abba, you cannot call me thick, bro. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy work, Abba. For you to say thick. He said thick plug. That's crazy, but that's crazy work, bro. You gotta put a pause. Yeah, you gotta put pause something, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Go ahead, Dorsey. That's crazy. I couldn't let that shit slide.
Man, that man trying to put the. Next thing you know, that man gonna be trying to put butterflies
Yeah. I was wilding right now. He freaked out. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm on that bush. But like I said, man, right now, I think the country is just like, we've had enough. So we just, I guess you could say, I'm numb. I mean, ain't too much Donald Trump can do or say that's gonna shock me no more.
I said that about
You know what I'm saying?
said that about 6 months ago, man. Like, this shit don't even surprise me no more, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you numb. You know what ain't he done? Shit. It ain't like what he did now. It's like what he ain't done. So shit, you know.
Yeah,
If
the only
he,
thing he
I'm
ain't
gonna be
done is
honest with you.
fucking rug pull the market. That's about the only thing left on the agenda is to fucking
Nah,
rug
I
pull this
think.
bitch.
Hey, check this out. I think Donald Trump gonna bust a nuke just for the fuck
Man,
of
I
it.
don't think he is anymore. I thought he might, but this is what I'm gonna say. I think they're about to rug pull this motherfucker, man. Before Trump leaves office, they're about to rug pull this motherfucker, bro. The AI bubble's here, the housing bubble is here. We got inflation. We got um wages are flat. Yeah, they're about to rug pull this motherfucker before Trump leave. You think Trump finna leave his money on the table, man? I think he's finna rug pull this bitch.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
Shit, like I said, I still think he gonna bust one.
And then what people don't
Just so that
realize
he's
is,
going to history book.
and I
Just
want
so you go to
everybody in
history
here
book.
too. A lot of y'all motherfuckers told me when I said Bitcoin to 25K, y'all was calling me a dumbass and this and that. Bitcoin's not going below 70. Yeah, the shit is below 60 now. They saying it's finna go below 50. The market's already pricing it in to go below 50. I told y'all when it hit that top at 100 and whatever it was it like 119, 120 something, that 80 whatever percent drawdown, because you're getting diminishing returns and shit. You know, you normally get a 90% drawdown, but Bitcoin doesn't always go 90%. Told y'all I was gonna put us at that 25 gap. They said that CME gap filled in 2023. I don't know. I don't remember it filling in 2023, but still, that 80 to 90% drawdown is gonna put us between 25 and 30K. Telling y'all, man, don't stick your hand out with that knife. Not financial advice. Go ahead.
Yeah, plug. I might need to get you. I might need you to be my financial advisor. You see me on top of that Bitcoin. I
Nah,
really
I'm
ain't
just
never
understanding
understood.
the cycles. I mean, I've been there, shit. I've seen it. I remember shit. I've
Have you
seen
ever
it.
mined it? You know how they mine Bitcoin? You ever
Nah,
sit there all day
I
with
never
a
mind.
couple
I never mind
monsters?
Bitcoin. I never mind
Oh,
Bitcoin. I
okay.
just been through a few cycles, so shit. I see these drawdowns, you know, like it's nothing new. If you look at the cycle, you see what's going on. It's really nothing new. They thought that 60K was gonna hold. Everybody, it's not going below 60K. I'm like, bro, like, is this your first cycle, my nigga? Is this your first cycle? It's going below 60, and here we is today. With let me see what the price is right now. It went below 60 today. Oh, it's at 58.9 right now. 58.8, 58.8. I don't think it's gonna hold 58.8 because that psychological gap was at that 60K. Yeah, the next psychological gap is 50K. Really? Yeah, I think it's over. Go ahead.
So you think it's just bobbing its head on
Not
water? It's
gap,
sinking,
but
huh?
gold. Yeah, gold has lost a lot. Gold is down from its all-time high. Like what? Damn near what? How much is gold down from its all-time high?
So if like
Gold
the
is at
stock
four
market and so
thousand.
forth,
Gold is at 4,000, and its peak price was like what 5,500.
you know what that means, right?
Gold had cracked 5,000 for sure. I don't know if it got up to 55, but right
But you
now
know
I
what
said
that means, right? You
what?
know what that means, right? They found another source of gold. That's what the fuck that means.
I don't know. They tried to do that shit that time that they said they found the 10 trillion in gold down there in Uganda, but we haven't heard anything else about it. They tried to,
Okay, you
but you
know.
know, J.P. Morgan and Chase, fucking little Jamie Dimon and them, they ended up getting caught manipulating the gold and silver markets allegedly. I know they got caught manipulating the silver markets, but I think the gold markets
Mm,
is in there as well, and that was J.P. Morgan.
okay. So, you know, what was that about? Maybe 6 months. When you was doing Bitcoin, when you said that,
Oh shit! They
and I
said
was
the high was 58. It's at 4. It's at 41 right now, and the high was 58. No, it's at
So shit,
4,000
that's
right now.
almost
It's at 4,000 right now, and the How is 58.
yeah, that's almost 30%. That's almost 1/3 its value as
It's
well.
like 20%. Yeah,
So if you bought in at a high, you see what I'm coming from?
Yeah, from 58 down to 4,000. That's 20-something%.
Yeah. So that's almost 30%. That's what I'm saying. So hey, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a big ass drop. Now all this shit talking
I
about
think
the world gonna
silver's
come to
down
an
what?
end.
Silver's down 50% from its all-time high.
Okay. See how they've been pumping that shit up, and now all of a sudden it done dropped, and the world done got worse. So you would think if the world was getting worse,
Yeah, 50
the
at an
price would
ounce.
go up.
Silver's 50 at an ounce right now. What's the all-time high for silver? Silver price chart. All-time high. Whoa. All right, the all-time high for silver is shit. I can't tell. The chart too damn small.
Hey man, they found a new source of gold.
They said 125. I saw silver at 107. Somebody said 125.
Okay.
So yeah,
To
if it's
me,
125 and it's at 58 today, yeah, that's shit. Over 50% drawdown.
yeah. So to me, that means hell, y'all found a new source somewhere. Ain't it like that in the drug deal? You know,
I
when
do
it,
got Grok right here.
when
I could ask Grok right here. Hold on. Alright. As silver all-time high. All-time silver's nominal all-time high is between 121.64 and 121.67, and that was in January of this year. So from January this year, it went from 121 down to 58 bucks. But it said the prior normal high was around $49 to $50, so it really went back to fair market value. So the normal high was around 49 to 50. It shot up to that 121. Now it's settling at like 58.
right. So they hyped you up into believing that
Because of that
silver
JP
was
Morgan and Chase lawsuit. Remember, they were manipulating the markets. They got caught manipulating the markets. They were suppressing the price of silver. Essentially, allegedly, they were suppressing the price of silver. So then once that came out and it got settled, silver kind of broke out with alongside gold. Once gold broke out, silver broke out.
yeah, but now it's dropped down to almost his exact original price, right? The one they said that was being suppressed, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, I mean, to me, like I said, bro, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I don't trust none of it.
Esco said
I
he
don't.
bought silver at 64, sold at 89. I was buying silver at like 20 bucks, 22 bucks. I was paying the dealer premium. I was coming in like 25, 26 bucks an ounce on the silver that I accumulated. I never bought any silver. I never bought any silver over $40. Ever. I haven't bought silver over 40. Not in coin. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, like
Yeah,
I said, man,
2022. It was around. What I'm talking about is like 2021, 2022. Around that 2021, 2022 time, silver was around $20. But you know, if you went to the dealer, you had to pay the premium, especially if you didn't have a relationship with them. So yeah, I was paying like, I think spot price was like 21, 22 bucks. I was paying like 25, 24, some shit like that. What's up, Puzzles?
So I would tell you like this: if you wanted to ask me, I would invest in it while it's at its low.
Mm-hmm.
You know, reason why I say that is because they got to go ahead and rebuild more missiles, more rockets, more guided, and that's going to need precious metals. It's going to need silver, gold, platinum, all that in order to go ahead and rebuild stock. I used to work for this place called Thermodynamics, and what it did was we built sensors that picked up on heat and so forth for different appliances and stuff like that, like ovens and refrigerators, stuff like that. And gold is required, platinum is required for a lot of the circuitry on a lot of these missiles and stuff. So the United States, think about it. The United States gives away a lot of its old missiles and so forth to the Ukraine.
They said, from the research that I've been doing, they say copper finna go to the moon because they said with the way that AI and these things are going, there's not that we're gonna in the next 10 years we're gonna need more copper than has been mined to this point in human history. So they expecting copper to go from all the little research I've done. They expecting copper to go from where it is now. It's supposed to go crazy.
You know how many kilograms of gold is required to do the circuitry for an AI unit? 21 kilograms, almost 40.
Thank you, Lala.
That's to build just one AI unit. And then for those data centers that they're talking about putting, those data centers that they're putting up, it's going to require over almost 1 cubic ton of gold in order for it to go.
And I just bought a metric ton. And now we get a million by the million. Long live young Scooter, man. Long live young Scooter, man.
Yeah.
I think they unalive. I think they killed young Scooter, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, man. They say he was running. Something happened. He was running, jumped the fence, and the fence cut a hole in his leg, and he ended up dying from that. I don't believe it. I think they killed Scooter, man.
Oh, it hit one of those veins in the leg. And
yeah, they say some shit happened. I don't know. He was somewhere. I think some shit happened, and he ended up taking off running. I don't know if they tried to set him up or whatever. It was his birthday. It was the day before his birthday, or it was his birthday, I think. And he took off running and jumped the fence, and somehow, like, I guess the fence cut him or whatever. Something happened on the fence, and they saying that he passed away because of a leg injury or something.
Razor wire will mess you up now.
I don't think it was razor wire. I think it was like just one of those sharp fences. Like, I don't know. They say he bled out. Yeah, they say he bled out.
Bro, that's it.
Yeah, they say the police got there and he bled out.
Yeah, they ain't put no pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I think if people who take this silver and gold thing all serious and so forth, I think this would be the best time to go ahead and invest. Because they got to restock all that circuitry.
I don't know. I just don't think 4,000. I don't think 4,000 is the floor for gold. I still think gold is overpriced at 4,000. To jump from 2,000 to 4,000, I even when I say I think gold is overpriced at 4,000, I do think we're going to 20K gold one day. I do think gold is going to 20K. I think right now at 4,000 it's overpriced, but I don't know. Because they say there was supposed to be, I don't know.
Well, what do you think in the long term?
I do think, I think long term gold's going to 20K. I think Silver's going
And
to
it's a
500.
long-term investment.
I think gold's going to 20K eventually. Silver's going to 500.
Then it's a long-term investment. You just got to hang in there on the investment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just like, I mean, you just got to go. You know, it's like going to the racetrack. Shit. If you think you got the inside scoop, then you play your hunch. If you win, you win. If you lose, oh well, gotta start over again.
Hell yeah. I'm finna get up out of here, Dorsey. Top Cat want me to call
Yeah, I
him and shit.
understand.
Top
Yeah,
Cat, you
man,
gonna have
I
to
want to hear
call
Top
tomorrow.
Cat.
Man, he gonna have to call
Hey,
tomorrow. I'm
Top
finna
Cat,
get
I want to
off.
hear it, man. First of all, he gonna ask you about the question that you ever shitted on yourself. I
Man,
want to
I'm
hear what you got
finna
to say
get
on that.
off. I'm finna go to bed. It's over with. It's over with. I'm finna go to bed. Top Cat should have let me know he wanted to call about an hour ago, man. I've been sitting here shooting this shit with Dorsey. We could have been got Dorsey ass off the phone.
It's like that now, huh?
Nah,
Oh, okay,
you
so I'm
would.
unwanted guest.
Nah,
Okay,
you not an
ain't no
unwanted
problem.
guest. Dorsey, you know how long
Okay,
we been on the
so,
phone?
hey,
We been on the
I
phone
know,
an
but
hour,
shit,
nigga. I
ain't nobody else
know.
wanted to call in.
I'm saying if
Shit,
Top
you
Cat would
know?
have called in, shit. Hell, y'all could have split
Yeah,
that 20 minutes.
yeah, shit. You know, I would have been left the trap. Shit, you know, I just came in to see how you was doing. I ain't been around in a minute. You know, that's all.
Then he gonna say, bro,
So,
it's
hey,
clear
what
you're
happened to
broke.
H-Buster and shit? You heard from H-Buster?
H-Buster came here the other night.
Okay, I just wanted to see if he was doing all right. All right, well, then go on, man, and get you some
Top
rest.
Cat said he was dealing with one
Great.
time, man. We can go to the
Hey,
Discord if y'all want to jump in the Discord, Top Cat. We can chop it up in the Discord. But yeah, I'm just
okay,
finna
I'll
get
see
off
you in the
live.
Discord. I got my Discord phone on right now,
All right,
so we
chat. If y'all
good.
want to meet in the Discord, thank you, Najee, for renewing that membership. Najee says, plug, enjoying every minute. Best membership I've invested in. Thank you for the community. Good night. Thank you, Najee. Thank you for always
Hey,
showing
right
up and
on,
showing
Najee.
support.
All right, Najee. All right, all right, all right. Anyway, I'll see you over in the Discord. Get
All
the
right, y'all.
Discord, y'all.
We gonna go to the
Get the
Discord,
Discord.
y'all.
It's a lot of fun, too.
All right, y'all.
We
I'll
can
see
say
y'all in the
stuff we can't
Discord.
say on YouTube. Bye.
Good night.